The other day, I went to Universal Studios Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights. It's kind of a Halloween tradition for me. I think it's a great kickoff for the season of Halloween to get you in the spirits. Nothing gets you in that Halloween spirit like, you know, overpriced food and a guy blasting a chainsaw in your face. Hell yeah. This year here is how I would put it. I would say that there weren't too many like negatives as far as the mazes go. There wasn't one like insanely good maze in my opinion, rather just the overall quality was boosted up a little bit. I feel like the mazes were a lot more consistent. All of these scares were generally better, and like I said, there weren't as many duds as in years past, where in years past it's like, sure, you have that really good 10 out of 10 maze, but then there's also a few like, you know, 4 out of 10 mazes, a 5 out of 10 maze. This year I think everything was like consistently a 7 and 8. I think the best maze, you know, let's just rank the mazes. I did not do two things. I did not do the Death Valley one, and I did not do the tram, because the tram closes at like 11:15 is the last one. I wish that was marketed a little better so that I knew, because I definitely wanted to do the tram, but you know, you live and you learn. My least favorite maze was probably the, I forget the exact name, the Universal Legends. It's like a female version of the classic monsters. A lot of people like that. The bummer too, I really like this concept and I like the approach to storytelling in this maze. As far as storytelling goes, the potential was there. Definitely, I feel like the most narrative focused maze Halloween Horror Nights has done in a long time. But you know, telling a story in a maze is always going to come with its problems. It's always going to be a little difficult at some points to follow what's going on. And even then, it just felt like the most, you know, downtime to where I'm going through a few rooms and there's no real scares. After that, my next favorite would probably be Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, I was not expecting that much from to begin with, but I enjoyed it. I had some good times with it. All of these sets itself was really cool. The room of all the frozen people was awesome. You walk in this one room and it looks like everyone's frozen. Everyone's like this. Ah! Frozen guy comes and he scares you. That's a great scare. One of my favorite scares of the whole entire night. Like I said, all of the sets were good. No two general complaints with this one because, like I said, solid maze. From there, unfortunately, I would say The Quiet Place. It is a maze that I was really excited for. And you know, the problem with this maze is also what makes the maze kind of cool. The monsters themselves. Because the monsters themselves aren't too scary, but the animatronics are so damn impressive. For just a temporary maze like that, it's really impressive, the animatronics that they made for this thing. It's one of those things where you're like, only Universal has the production to do something like this, and that's kind of what sets it apart, in my opinion, from other, you know, haunt type events. But at the same time, when it's just an animatronic scaring you, that's not going to be as scary. Sure, you have a John Krasinski look-alike here and there, a Cillian Murphy look-alike, Emily Blunt, who's going to be like, that's like the jump scare. You're just walking, and you see them. There's like this. Okay, jeez, dude, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet, jeez. From there, I would probably go to The Weeknd maze. The queue for this maze was pretty damn fun. They have a guy, a Weeknd lookalike, out and he's dancing, he's popping and locking. And then you got an old guy Weeknd that he comes out, Jim Carrey's playing. It's a great vibe. Definitely the queue that felt the shortest because I had this guy to watch. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, wow, look at him go. Oh, he's playing rock, paper, scissors now. That's fun. The maze itself is always kind of like a strange thing to where it's like, how is this connected to The Weeknd? How is this connected? Sure, you know, you see The Weeknd pop up a few times in the maze and he's getting his guts ripped out or something like that by like a dentist, and you're like, oh, I must have missed this album. I have questions. But that also does lend itself to a few creative ideas that are genuinely like off-putting. And I think that works and it doesn't work because, like I said, connection, creativity, you know, here and here and here. From there, I have Monstros, which is a lot of Latin monsters. That one's really cool. It's new. It doesn't feel too, you know, like stale, like we've seen it before, you know, like if, you know, whoever popped up here and there. I like that one too. From there, I have Insidious the Maze. People were gassing this one up to be the best maze of all time, to be the best maze since the one that killed Cedric Diggory. And honestly, a good maze, a little overhyped, but hype aside, I like this maze a ton. Insidious as a franchise is amazing. There's so many cool, creative, and just you know, innovative villains and things like that, and there were some good scares in there. A lot of the best moments from the franchise brought to life. Don't you dare! I went tip to tip with her because she said, she said, don't you dare! And I said, I won't dare! And we literally did this meme. Not meme. Boop, we did that painting. We were like this. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! No, you don't you dare! I won't dare! Okay, don't you dare! Everything you want to see from Insidious is here. The famous song itself makes more than enough appearances. Not in like a way that it gets old, in like a way like, hell yeah. You know, that's what you want. You want that song playing. From there, I have Chainsaw Massacre. This one felt the most alive. This one felt, you know, just scare after scare. Leatherface himself, the whole entire family. Some of the best characters that lend themselves to a haunted house. You know, get a big guy dressed up as Leatherface. That's scary. That's always gonna be weird. You know, you get Leatherface screaming his head off in like a wig. That's always gonna be good. That's always gonna be just off-putting. There are some smells in this one that are freaking insane, dude. Good lord, like straight nasty. And I guess that helps put you in the vibe of like uncomfortable, but also just smelled awful. Insidious also had like a vomit room that was not pleasant. Chainsaw Massacre, the most dense, the most compact, but in a good way with the scares. It's like I said, scare after scare, set piece after set piece. I like this one a lot. A genuinely really good maze, even for, you know, Halloween Horror Nights as a whole throughout its course of history. A genuine, really good maze. Also, I want to highlight the Purge show. Last year, the Purge show was like a little cringe, a little funny, like the Waterworld Purge show. It was better this year, which also makes it worse because last year I had a lot of fun at like laughing at some of the dialogue. It's me, the senator. I'm gonna survive the purge. Oh yeah, Mr. Senator, we're gonna come get you. We're gonna kill you. You can't touch me. I'm the frickin' senator. This year, like I said, takes itself more seriously. It is generally a better show as far as narrative and storytelling and dialogue and acting goes. That was a big upgrade. There was a guy, again, don't know how this is gonna connect to anything. I don't know the guy's name. The lead of the show, his name's Dickie. When I saw it, it was some like bald guy with a mustache. He was generally like a pretty good actor. I thought he was really good. I was like, damn, dude, this guy's like almost too good for this show. What are you doing here? Like, did you stumble backstage? Are you a guest? Are you a park guest? The scare zones, I didn't spend too much time walking around that. They seemed pretty cool. There was one based on like luchadors and things like that. It seemed cool. It seemed fun. Those guys are always a good time. The big birds, the big crows. One guy was freaking getting lit. Hey, hey, hey. All the kids were like, go, go, go. And he was like, hey, hey, hey. Strange, but also fun. That's why they're there, to have fun, to have memorable interactions. A good year for the event. But why did you not do the Death Eaters in freaking Hogwarts area? You know, make it all green and smoky? That's always so much fun. It's always just the small touches. The small touches. They had like some freaky sounds playing by the castle, but just, you know, a little extra effort. Thanks so much for watching. Next week on my second channel, I'm gonna make a video on the horror movies that should have haunted houses that have yet to have houses at a Halloween Horror Nights type event. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe to that channel so you can watch that video. I'll talk to you later. More Halloween videos coming up all the time. Let's run it.